My job is to do what I think is best and right to give our kids the best chance to win football games. We're known for the onside kicking, the not punting, and all this kind of stuff. We never go full pads. We never take to the ground. Everybody wants to win, but are you wanting to win bad enough to do what you have to do to win, to try something different, to risk being the fool?
We are Spirit 52, capturing the real spirit of high school sports in Arkansas. Presented by First Security Bank and by Gatorade, inspiring us all to what's possible.
I remember walking back to the office and sitting down after I got the job, and it just ran all over me. Wait a minute, how are we going to be any better than we have been? I think the school had been in the history of the school to the semifinals 2 times and never passed that in the history of the school. So how are all of a sudden we going to make that jump? I mean, I'm no better than everybody else, so I better start thinking. And I really wanted to make sure that if we were doing something, we had a sound reason. The question they always ask is, what do you hang your hat on as far as what your teams do or what your success is? We hang our hat on the fact that we don't hang our hat on anything. If we see something that might benefit us, and there's some sound reasoning behind it, we're going to do it.
When we first came here, my parents were kind of like, man, this is a crazy system. I really love it, and I just love playing this kind of style of offense and defense and onside kicks and all that, and no punts. It just makes Friday nights more fun.
I don't think when I was in high school that I really had much idea of why we were doing most of it, but I knew it was working and I knew it was something different that I wasn't watching on TV.
There's not a 4th and anything that I wouldn't go for. If you have 4th and 10 on your own 5-yard line, you go for that, you throw an incomplete pass, they're going to get the ball on the 5. An offense will score from the 0 to 10-yard line about 92% of the time. You're not going to punt it as far because your guy's taking one step and getting it off. You're going to get a net at about 32, 33 yards in that situation. That means they're going to get the ball inside your 40. Inside the 40, teams were scoring a touchdown 77% of the time. So you were giving up 15%. They're going to score at 77% as opposed to 92. Over the history of us going for it, I've got over a 50% chance of making that. Put all that together and I should go for it. If they know the fact and know why, then you've got a team and you've got a philosophy and you've got a system that you can believe in. When you know the why, if you believe the why, that's when you'll do it that much better. We're at a team camp last week, and I quickly asked the guys, what's the #1 statistic in football? Tells whether you win or lose a game. Kid raised his hand. Most plays over 20 yards, and that's #1. What's #2? Least turnovers, coach. That's 80% winner in all levels of football. What's #3, guys? Number of sacks. Whoever's got the most sacks wins 77% of the games.
If you come out and say, this is what we think is the best way to win, and here's our reasons why, for the most part, most kids are going to be in.
I just trust him because, he's not the kind of guy that's going to, just do it for no reason because, he's a numbers guy and he's going to do everything that the numbers say.
You've still got to be able to sell it. So you've got to be able to talk in some terms that everybody understands, and people learn different ways. And some of them you have to show what you're doing. You have to walk through what you're doing. Some are visual, some are kinesthetic learners, some are audio learners. You've got to hit them in all directions and then find out what their thing is to tug on to get them to buy into it and to believe in it.
I think the kids buying into the system is a good portion of it. Coach Kelley does a great job with that. He's one of the greatest motivators that I know.
I think the proof is in the pudding. It's been working for us. We're going for our 5th state championship in a row.
I wouldn't trade high school jobs with anybody in the United States. I love it here. People treat me good. I've got my philosophy etched in. I would love to coach in college because I would like another challenge, but I would like to show people if this would work on that level. Not just the kicking and the onside, the punting, the analytics, our offensive philosophy itself, our aggressive defensive philosophy, using real numbers to determine who's going to win games. But eventually there's going to be a guy at absolute rock bottom. Program's won 1 game in 3 years that's going to go, you know what? Whether he wins or not, and believe me, I'm going to win. We're going to fill the seats. We're going to have a game on ESPN, and we're going to make some money. And we're going to be selling shirts that say never punt.
Down the field he goes, and a diving catch is made at the goal line.
I hope you enjoyed this week's story brought to you by First Security Bank. Here's a sneak peek at next week's episode.
Every time I see someone bigger than me, it gets me excited. I just want to take them and just drive them back. When I pancake them, that gets me even more excited. It gets everybody hyped.
The last 2 or 3 years that we've punted, we actually had to call a timeout before, so Coach Kelley could explain how to line up in a punting formation and tell the quarterback how to actually kick it.
Maybe the number one thing, in my opinion, anybody can have to be successful in any field is confidence. Not a false confidence, an earned confidence.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our sports talk, Hogs in 60, Touchdown Club, or Spirit 52 coverage. See you next time.